We're going to start with learning how to use some of the basic tools in Final Cut. So I'm going to start from the very beginning of setting up a new project. First thing I'm going to do is go to Final Cut Pro. In this case, it brings up my last open project. I'm going to press New Project, and you'll see it brings up an untitled project. I'm going to press the Control key and click to close this tab. And I've already saved it, so I'm not going to save it again. Alright, I'm going to save this project, however, save project as, and in this case I'm going to navigate to where I'm storing all of my editing projects. For you it will be your MP. For me it's my Clayton folder, and it's a new project, and I'm going to call it Clayton. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm going to make a new folder first. I'm going to call it Clayton Editing Project, Clayton Editing Practice, and we're going to call this Clayton Editing Practice. And we'll name the sequence Clayton Editing Practice. Okay. That didn't need a period there. I'm going to actually delete it because we don't need it. Alright, I'm going to bring in some footage now. And the way I'm going to do that is to navigate to where my footage is stored. In this case, I have footage stored in another spot on the computer. The way you get to it is go to File, Import, and in this case you're importing files. And I am going to go to Patriot Idol from last year and find some things that I might need. So I'm going to make that say all files. I'm going to bring in the logo, so that'll come in as a JPEG file, and I'm going to bring in some other footage. So I'm going to open this up, open that up. There's quite a few clips here. I know for a fact that clip 4 is what I want, so I'm going to press choose. And you'll see that it's already labeled PI clip 4. The next thing I'm going to do is I can see that audio only is selected here. That's because the last project I made, I deselected something by accident. I'm going to go Apple 8. I'm going to go to clip settings. I'm going to click video and bring it back. So that's all good. Back to logging. Okay, I can get out of logging capture. To see my footage, I double click on it, and you can see I have a lot of footage here. I have actually 43 minutes and 4 seconds worth of footage. We're going to just work with the person who sings first. So there's a lot of talking at the beginning of this. I don't want any of this talking. I want to get her right when she starts to sing. So I'm going to just scrub along, that's what this is called. And let's see, she probably starts singing right about there. Okay, right there I'm going to press the I key for in and press play. Now if I want her whole song, I can just scrub along to where she is done, and I can press out for, or O for out. Okay. Now what you'll see here is there's an endpoint selected, and that's at 1 minute, 53 seconds, and 21 frames. There's an out point selected as well at 4 minutes, 19 seconds, and 25 frames. When I bring this clip right into Final Cut, it will bring in those exact points. I'm going to use a downward facing arrow. I'm going to come in at about 4 seconds or so. How do I know it's at 4 seconds? Because when I go back here, you'll see that it's at 4 seconds. I'm also going to bring in the logo. And what I can do here is actually make it an insert edit. So I will drag it over and press insert, and you'll see that the logo comes in and it pushes the other footage down the way. I can delete that gap. Now, right now I have a 4-second clip of the logo. That's kind of long. I probably don't need, actually I'm sorry, that's 10 seconds worth of the logo. So I'm going to use some tools. Over here are your tools that you will need. The razor blade is this tool right here, and you can come over and actually blade it and then press the default tool and delete by pressing delete, clicking in the gap and pressing delete again. And now we have about 4 seconds worth of this logo. And then she starts to sing. You can see that her audio levels, I'm going to move this over, are quite low. We really want our audio to be somewhere between 6 and 12. So I'm going to adjust the audio. Double click on the audio tracks. This is track 1 and 2. I always set my pan to 0 so that left and right audio channels play out the same. And I'm going to bring up this audio just a little bit, maybe to 6. A little louder, probably not loud enough. So we'll bump it up to 12. It's still low, but we'll come back to that later. Okay, if I want to play, let's say, just 20 seconds of this, I can blade again by either selecting the blade key, blade tool, or I can use the B key on the keyboard, just like that. And A key to delete, A key to delete. You might ask, why didn't the audio and the video delete at the same time? Well, if you see right here, this linking tool is not highlighted. So if I click, shift click, and highlight, now audio and video will come on together. I'm going to bring in another clip from this piece of footage. We're going to find another girl. Here's another one. Let's see. If I hit the L key on the keyboard, it'll make it go faster. I'm just going to go along until we can get her. Looking for her to sing. We're just going to watch for her mouth to, there, it looks like she started to sing there. Hitting the J key to go backwards. Okay, I for in. Oh, I didn't like that in. There. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to let her go about, oh, not very long. I'll just press out there. Oh. Now I can take this playhead to the end of this clip, and I can do another insert edit and watch, it'll bump right up next to the previous clip. And there it is. So here's this long clip of this young lady singing. B key to blade it because I don't want the whole thing. A key to delete. And remember to bring your audio levels up. So we'll bring that up to 12 and this up to 0. And if I want to play it, I don't have my shortcuts set on this computer, but this is how it would play out. Okay, she sounds great. Hit the downward facing arrow key, that takes you to the next edit. And if we want to do anything else fancy with it, we can. I'm going to show you really quickly how to do a transition between the logo and the first clip. On the keyboard, you'll see a button called Control. Click at the edit point and then add a cross dissolve. That's just a generic transition that's already set. Do it at the next edit point. I'm going to do it right here too. This is just to show you how to do dissolves. You do not have to do dissolves for every single edit, but this is what it would look like. fades into the next shot. And here it is. You can see if I scrub through that it takes you through the edit. So those are some basic tools to be used in Final Cut Pro. When you're done doing any kind of edit, press save. I would actually recommend saving every few keystrokes. When you're done, quit, and that's all.